one thing as my source of inspiration. I think as designers we accumulate during our whole lives whatever we see, whatever we think is beautiful. We keep accumulating that in a little box, and somehow everything mixed up becomes an inspiration. I went to school for fashion merchandising, but I also got a degree in art with emphasis in applied design. And when I was taking art classes and design classes, I realized that I actually wanted to make stuff. So that's why I decided to specialize in jewelry design and fabrication. I grew up going to my family's farm, and my mom is a landscape designer, so I always had an appreciation for the nature in general and for flowers and different plants. I can remember how old I was when I started making jewelry. I remember making bead necklaces and earrings, but the first necklace I made, I was probably 6 years old, and it was made out of a real leaf. My sister and I used to collect leaves, and we made these necklaces and took to our complex, and we actually sold one to a neighbor for like a buck or two. So for this necklace I used ginkgo leaves, which I love, and this is a really versatile necklace because you can either dress it down with jeans and tank top or dress it up to a party with a nice dress, and it has this beautiful detail in the back with a freshwater pearl, and it's very delicate and sophisticated. I always liked going to antique shops, and I found some really special brooches and pendants, and I didn't know what to do with it. And instead of putting it in chains, I decided to use fabric. This is a one-of-a-kind piece. It was actually the first one that I made of the braids collection. I found this beautiful locket. Collection is called Numbers because I actually used numbers from architectural salvage, and I found this beautiful vintage crystals, and I also used scrap leather. So I chose the number 8 and 0 just because I liked the shape, and then I found out the meaning of 8 and 0 in numerology. 0 is the beginning, is the birth, creation. It has everything to do with this collection. The number 8 means wealth, prosperity, and success, so great start. What I like about doing the whole process myself is that I have an idea, I have the concept, I design it, and then as I start cutting the sheet of metal, it's kind of like it has a life of its own, and all of a sudden it transforms into something else. Women who have style, they don't want to look like everyone else, so that's why they prefer to have something specially made for them, or something that they're not gonna find everywhere. Everything that is handmade has become luxury. After the Industrial Revolution and all the mass production, clothes and jewelry and everything, everyone started to look the same. And nowadays, people are going back to appreciate things that are handmade and that are made in small quantities. Things that are exclusive or one of a kind. So that has become luxury.